Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of our Rupture live playtest. Thank you guys for being here. We'll get started in just a second. Hey, Addie. Hey, Destin Emil. Thank you for joining us. Let me make sure I've got the audio where it needs to be. Okay, group, give me some speaking.
Me?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, everyone.
Nice. Okay, looks like we're getting audio coming through. Let me know how the levels are, please, as we go. And we're going to jump in with first, I want to do a quick recap of what happened last time. And then after that recap, we're going to let our group level up. So, here's how I like to recap. And you do see double Grace here for just a second. And actually, as your computer loads, Grace, once you get off of your phone, yes, it lined up perfectly. Woohoo! I don't have to do any extra aligning. I love that. Anyway, so here's what I'd like to do with recap players. I want each of you to kind of tell the story together from your character's perspective of what happened last time. And I will give you some bonuses, or I will allow our audience to choose to give you bonuses based on how fun that recap was. So, do we have a volunteer to go first on recapping from your character's perspective?
No.
Okay, go for it, Jenna.
All right, so R, who is a Stoneborn, that I made an action figure of, was in meditation with their god Junka and received an invitation to come to, or a request to come help out with this quest with Master Togun Maga to help deliver a patient to Lucia at this stone circle, which they chose to attend, and found 4 other people who chose as well to follow wherever they got their invitation from. Found a cage, a large cage box chest thing with a person in it, as well as a troll. Was Master Togun Maga a troll that matched the name of Master Togun Maga, who was very enthusiastic and had trapped this person theoretically for their own good, because they were monotorn, and Master Togun Maga was the first in all existence to find a cure for monotorn, but something was still off with the patient, even though he'd cured him. And he looked like he was kind of shell-shocked or something, like huddled up inside the cage. We were told to put our hands on these stone glyphs in a stone circle, and when we did, we got it, I think it tattooed on our hand. And then if we touch the box, then one of the corners lights up, or someone did that, I forget who. We also explored the cave where the patient had been when they became Manitoran, and discovered that it was in fact very full of an extraordinarily high amount of mana, and we discovered that it was we tried shining a light in and looking in, but one of our party who was doing that wound up deciding very much that they didn't want to do that anymore, and my character tried to shine a light in there, and it didn't show anything, nothing lit up inside. So R put a sign outside the doorway, chiseled one, saying dangerous amounts of mana here, and asked Master Togun Maga if he'd ever been in there, and he said yes, all the time. And that, along with what he was eating, this mud that he was eating, R tried some, and it turned out to make R feel kind of drunk. But when the master ate the regular food, the feast that the party had prepared, it made him feel sort of drunk. So R was starting to question what's going on with Master Togun Maga, if he makes any sense at all. But R checked in with their deity Junka, and Junka was saying, yeah, still do what Master Togun Maga is saying. Take this patient to take this patient to where he's saying to go, to Lucia, where apparently some research is going to be done. Someone's going to meet us in Lucia once we get there, and something will happen that's good. We were able to ask Master Togun Maga for what we wanted in return, and we each asked for various things. And one other person wanted more information or wanted to learn how to do this curing of Monotorn. I think someone else wanted payment. I forget what everyone was asking. We were all granted whatever we asked in exchange for this. The deal was made. Master Togun Maga wandered off, and then we were attacked by sort of attacked by hippogriffs. More, they were being chased by some hippogriff wranglers who turned out to be after Master Togun Maga. We had a bit of an encounter, but it was sort of dispelled once one of the other characters, who Arno's Ijo, convinced the hippogriff wranglers who are after Master Togun Maga to go toward the volcanoes, which is where Master Togun Maga had gone, and they left. One of our party, the fairy, what was the fairy's name? Dingo. Dingo had headed on to the closest town to, actually we don't know why, R doesn't know why, they just appeared to disappear down the path toward the closest town as soon as the agreement was made. And I think that's about where we left off.
Fantastically thorough. I love it. Okay, viewers, you may give her between 1 to 3 bonus points that she can apply to any role for that thorough description. Now, for the other 3 of you, I want you to be as in character as possible and tell us your character's perceptions of everything that happened. So, who goes next? Don't volunteer all at once now.
I mean, I wrote this down even though my character can't write, so for some reason I decided to start a journal before I wasn't informed that this was happening, just so we know. I decided to start a journal in character, and so I wrote it because I decided to, which never happens in my usual campaign, so don't think I'm normally this prepared.
Oh, this is awesome. I'm loving it, so please go.
Okay. So I wrote, we met that guy Cameron sent me after today. The patient's name is Garrett and is currently stuck in a box. He claims he cured him of mana insanity by making him in June with the land. He gave me and 4 others the ability to open the cage by some weird rock magic. He also gave me the ability to fake the bounty's death, so that may be in case he's cured. We are taking him to Lucia to ensure he is cured. However, Master Togun appears to be being hunted. Garrett does not show symptoms of Manatorn, but he is lethargic. These others that I am linked to are strange, with the exception of the fairy. None react to Manatorn like others.
Nice. I love that character perspective. Okay, Bruiser Brackish, by the way, gave you a 3-point bonus, Jenna. Again, audience, you may give her between 1 to 3 points for how well her character gave her character's perspective on what's happening. And I love some of the personal details there. Okay, we're just going to go around the horn here in order. So, Walrus Eye.
So, funny story. DruidLox already knows this, but I also wrote a journal. So I'm just going to do the same thing and read it.
Nice.
It's a little bit longer than yours, though. I have met with Master Togun Manga. He is something else. Togun has Hidden Strand member Garrett caged, claiming that he's been cured of being Monotorn. His explanation of how he was able to cure the affliction does not make any sense, but he has promised me knowledge with aiding in transportation of the cage to Lucia. I still have many doubts since we were warned to keep him away from large influxes of magic. A true cure would not have Garrett transition back, but this is a start. I've been given companions that it seems I must get to know to finish this task. First, we have Regine, who seems to be a hunter of some sorts. They seem to not be used to elevate travel. I wonder if this is not common outside of Citadel. June did always tell me that it was not a typical way to get around. Next is the Stoneborn. They seem to have been well-traveled and recognized me seemingly right away for my work with the Citadel ruins and the Monitorn. Then there's the Ogre. They are young and brash. I will have to keep my eye on them, always ready to cage them if things get out of hand. Last is the Pixie. He seems to be a bit unhinged, abandoning us at first sign of danger and gleefully watching Garrett get crushed.
Oh,
I
yeah.
still do not know what he was talking about. It seems I will be spending a lot of time with these individuals. I guess I will have to learn more about them.
Ha ha! Nice. And by the way, Bruiser, this is exactly why I chose to do this with this group, because so many of them sent me either journal entries or new images, or hey, this is my character. I wanted to kind of sum things up. I'm like, oh, this is too golden not to share on the stream. This is amazing. So yes, once again, you have got, audience, between 1 to 3 points to award to both Grace and Walrus Eye for their perceptions from their character's perspective. And Manuel, tell us about Nathaniel's perspective of everything that happened last time.
So he came back. He was on his way to his grandparents' funeral. Then his sort of guardian / tutor in blacksmithing in his amulet said that there was this Master Togan that worked with a renowned blacksmith that needed his help. So he came and see to the location where the notice he had, and just found a big, huge troll sleeping in this stone circle. And every stone had a rune in it. That was really strange. And inside this circle, just beside the trolls, there was this huge cage, like a coffin. And he was so interested in this work, this metal work, that he didn't see the others and was so surprised when they appeared from nowhere and started him and surprised him really a lot. They seem kinda interested to him. For now, he doesn't think really a lot about his companions, just that they are all quite frail. Mostly the pixie, the fairy, that's quite annoying. And the stone people and the stone person looks really, really tough. So that's kind of interesting. But the Master Token, he gets really on his nerves. This guy is really, really, really suspicious. So strange. So yeah, strange. And oh yes, with this thing that says yes, you have to get a contract with me to keep this coffin that has a man inside it in prison because it's Manhattan, and he is like not thinking about humans' rights and the patients' rights and health. Like it's nothing. Like it's just an experiment, not something alive, and that really gets this Nathaniel upset at one point that he just destroys every key on the stones and tries to blow his way with a mage. But yes, it didn't end that in his direction that he wanted. And there is more important thing, like the men encaged in this box that they have to go and give to Lysia, to travel to Lysia to save him. because in his view, Togan just did some weird magic on this on this stranger and nothing else, because he came out of a cave that really also gets a strange vibe, like she saw the what's your character name?
Me, Jay.
Yes, Jay.
We mean the
Jay
deranged
freaking-
troll.
Yeah. Freaking out and having all these interesting but really old runes on the cave. But then there was this crowd of hippogriffs coming in, so there was this question of what we should do as a group because of this, and there were people chasing the hippogriffs, and he was really on the defensive, ready to strike the people that hurt the poor hippogriffs, and he got a few hits on them, so that's nice.
Fantastic. I love it. Okay, once again, audience, you can give her between 1 to 3 points for her description of Nathaniel's perception of everything that happened. By the way, Pineapple Dragon gave both Walrus Eye and Grace 3 points to spend anywhere you want on any bonus in the game. And while you guys decide how many points to give Maniel, we're going to get you to level up. Leveling up in Rupture is easy. It is so easy that has actually confused people because they don't realize, they think it's supposed to be more complicated than they're reading. And I've had this happen with a few playtesters. We've tried to make it very simple that after you've statted out and you know how that's it. That's the only thing you do with attributes. Every third level, that becomes 2. Hey, Bruiser says you get 3 as well. 3 for all. Good job, guys.
Nice.
The next thing you're going to do is roll a d4 and add 2. That's how many skill points you get to add to any skill you have or any other skill you want. So those of you that have those skills of 0 rank that you feel like, oh, my character's probably going to use this more, that's a time to get those in and say, yeah, he should probably have that. She should probably have this. They should probably have this skill.
I like my critical failure in stealth.
Hey, Pineapple Dragon backed it up that you definitely get a 3, Manuel.
Thanks.
The next thing you do, add 5 to your life points. And the last thing you do, add 1 to your mana base. That's it. Now, if you changed your constitution, it makes your life points go up. If you change, for example, your agility, perception, or intelligence, it does affect your initiative the same way it did at the beginning. And every time you hit a 3rd level, your class has a special ability that gets added. So 3, 6, 9, etc. But, so is everybody clear on how to level up your character?
Yep.
Yep.
Waiting for one more yep, Grace.
I was gonna ask if when you change your mana base, it also affects your mana points.
It does.
Yes.
Okay.
So whatever your new mana base is, times 4 or times 6 if you have increased magic. Or if you have a disadvantage, it's times 3. I forgot what the name of the disadvantage was.
Magically inept or something like that.
Yes, it's something like that. Man, I don't have my entire manual memorized, every single word.
But you wrote the thing. Magically incompetent.
Yep, magic incompetent. There we go.
What? How did I find that? I went back in my book that says that I have it. Oops.
Hey, there you go. So you're at times 3 of your mana base. But that's it.
I was wondering why it went up so much.
Pineapple Dragon. I don't know if you just saw his comment there, Walrus Eye. All you need is 4 more critical failures and you get 1 in
Yep,
stealth.
I saw that.
And I do want to kind of throw out really quick, by the way, thank you, Bruiser Brackish and Pineapple Dragon. Pineapple Dragon is one of the creators of Rupture, and Bruiser Brackish and his partner, Haplo, were the very first podcast to say, we want to play Rupture live on our podcast. And so they've been with us since the beginning. And kind of the little inside joke you see in the chat there, those of you that are watching, the very first session that I ran for them was more critical failures than I'd ever seen in any game. It was all the ones everywhere. And it was to the point that I could not let them see anything in front of them because everybody failed perception every time.
Oh my god.
It was horrible as a narrator. I had to throw stuff at them and actually hit them to get them to pay attention to anything. Hi, Echo. Thanks for joining us. Okay, guys, let's jump into the game. So, you guys are just recovering from the stampede of hippogriffs and those that are hunting poor Master Maga who ran off into the volcanoes. Well, sorry, Bruiser. Anything that we say can and will be used against us in future podcasts. So, what happens is, as soon as you guys are picking yourselves up, dusting yourself up, coming out of hiding, you're done with that, you hear more hoofbeats coming down the path towards you. Everyone roll perception.
This is just the attribute check, right?
Yep.
So we can't critical fail it.
You can critical fail. Yes, you can critical fail this. I don't know. You might want to use that plus 3 if it's really important to you at this point.
Nah, it's not.
So I'm gonna.
My confirmed critical was 11.
Okay, so it's not horribly bad. You just don't notice what's coming down the path. Maniel, what did you get on perception?
13.
Okay, Grace, what did you get?
14.
And Jenna?
17.
Okay, all three of you notice there is a large cart with a horse coming down the path. It's not rushing, but it's definitely going faster than normal, so it's not a complete gallop, but it's close. And there's a young lady driving it. And for some reason, Ijo has no clue. So, we're going to round robin this and see how each of you are responding. We're going to start with Maniel and go counterclockwise. Maniel, how are you responding to this?
I'm preparing for the worst.
Okay.
So I have my bellow ready to pull air.
Nice. So, describe it to me. Come on, give me some more embellishment of the story. Tell me how he's standing, how he's got the bellows.
So he'll be facing Marsh and he's the bellow hold high, ready to push air and to
I still love
or
the
just throw the bellow in the air and to hit if anyone is coming clear in close to him menacingly.
Love it.
Menacingly?
Menacingly is the
This
right word.
Angli-
Yes. I love the fact you've got a bellows as a weapon as an armor smith. That is so awesome. Okay, so Walrus, I am skipping over you because you have no clue
Okay.
something's coming. Grace, how is Jay responding?
Well, Jay's probably leaning in the shadows of a rock. So leaning against a rock on the side that's in shadow, so kind of covered in the dark, and definitely holding Purgatory, the blade, and kind of flipping it through her fingers as she waits.
Nice. Roll stealth.
Okay. It's agility and I'm stuck at this so many times.
Agility plus stealth plus the roll.
Okay. So, as I do math in my head, 14.
There you go. You are successfully hiding in the shadow of a rock. And Jenna, tell us what R is doing.
R shouts, everyone step back, look out, and is specifically looking at Ijo, who doesn't appear to be paying attention to this barreling down carriage that may be out of control. They're not as concerned about an attack as more stampeding and protecting the little ones.
Nice, fantastic. So with that, Ijo, you do turn and notice, oh, there's a carriage running towards us.
Okay. I'll
So-
probably stay where I am.
Okay. So this carriage pulls into the stone circle and comes to a screeching halt as the horse bucks up, and the young lady behind the horse goes, well, come on. I'm here to save you.
Who are you? State your name.
Who, us?
Oh, yes, I'm Janice. Your little pixie friend told me to come get you in the box.
Oh,
Hmm.
Which, by the
Okay.
way, where is the pixie? I thought he was with me.
He tends to
Then,
run off.
And by the
we
way,
saw him.
hold up really quick for the
Yeah.
audience. I want to say that Purple Gorilla, wow, misnamed there, had a work emergency come up is why he's not with us today. So he's with us in spirit. I've talked to him a little bit. I know what's happening, so we keep him in the game. Now,
Oh, thanks.
time in.
Oh, we last saw him heading the opposite direction you just came from.
Yeah, he came and found me. He hired me to get you guys to save you because apparently you're in trouble and can't move a box.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
So let's get the box on and let's get out of here before you get in trouble again.
What was your name again?
Janice. My name is Janice.
Okay, nice to meet you, Janice.
You too.
My character will be going to lift up the crate. $17.
You go to lift it and you're struggling and barely getting it up. So it's a lot heavier than it looks.
I'm assuming, is the cart near to the cage?
Oh yeah, she parked right next to it and popped the back open very
Okay.
quickly.
Can I lift it up?
Yeah, you can get it up there. You're struggling, but you get it up there.
Oh, I was
Okay,
about to
perfect.
say, I can cast Elevate to push it.
You know what? I think from now on we're gonna call you the elevated Kitsune.
The elevator.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so you struggle, but you get it on there, and holy cow, you're out of breath. And from inside the box, you hear a mumble, and Garrett goes, "What? Who's out there?" Whoa.
Don't worry.
Hello. Garrett, hello. How are you?
Obviously, I've been better. Why am I in a box?
He's talking to us.
Yeah.
Well,
Of course he's talking. He is human. He's
How do you
also-
know I'm human?
The
We actually
crazy
wanted to
troll
know-
told us.
Sorry, go ahead, Grace.
I said the crazy troll told us. I'm probably like basically as they're lifting this cart, just walking past them and sitting in it, and sitting past them, and I'm just like, the troll told us, like, why don't you know this? And then continue walking.
Okay. Jenna, what were you saying?
oh, we actually sort of had a similar question for you. We were told that you were Manatorn and then you were cured and we're taking you to seek further therapy. Do you remember any of that? What do you remember?
How would somebody be remembering to be You can't remember Manatorn. When you're Manatorn, you've lost your soul. If I was, how would I remember that?
Is that true, Ijo?
Just having-
Sorry, I was reading some things.
I said,
Yeah. I'm probably not gonna respond. And like, is he looking through the cage?
No, he's slumped down at the bottom.
Oh, okay. You don't lose your soul, but it gets heavily damaged, almost irreparably damaged.
Whatever.
well, we're taking you to seek care.
Okay. And Janice is tying the box down and closing the back of the cart and motioning to you all to get on.
Well, R actually wants to take a second because their instructions were to help Master Togun Maga helping this patient, but now Master Togun Maga might be in danger since these hippogriff wranglers are after him, and it's not really clear whether they should be going after Master Togun Maga to help them or continuing with the initial mission. So they want to take a minute to meditate with Junka and ask which direction they should go.
Go for it. So, now wait. I'm going to have you play this out in game. So I'm guessing R would say, give me a minute to meditate. Actually do it.
And then sit down.
Okay, so actually do it. I want you to talk to the party and tell them that.
Oh, okay. All right. I think I just said, give me a moment. I don't think I need to announce exactly all of my intentions. Give me a moment. And then R sits down by the stone circle and crosses their big stone legs and rests their big stone hands on top of their knees and closes their eyes and connects as best they can with their channel with their deity. $12.
Okay, so as you meditate, you see the glow. Notice that these patterns all come to a head, and as they come to a head, they seem to be woven into the path away from the stone circle and towards where the pixie flew away to.
Okay. And that was just the nearest town, not the way to Luzia, right?
It's the same thing. You guys are on the eastern border.
Oh, okay.
Luzia's on the western border.
Okay, great.
So,
All right, thank you. And R stands up and rejoins the party, apparently ready to do what everyone else is doing.
nice. Now pause for a second. While R was meditating and communing with Junka, what was Jay doing? You went and got on the cart, it sounds like?
I mean, okay. So when she said that he just give me a moment, I literally looked up to see what my willpower was because instantly. I went and got on the cart and then like got really bored really fast and was like,
Wait, roll your
What?
willpower.
roll my willpower? I have a 1.
You could get 12.
Still roll it.
11.
Okay. So you're not as irritated as you might normally be if it was lower roll.
Okay, so I'm only mildly bored. And
There
then
you go.
I succeeded waiting until the end, and then when I'm sitting on the cart, probably with like my back to the bench that the driver sits on, like I'm sitting like right there in
Okay.
the corner, flipping a knife in my hand, looking very probably minorly threatening. And so as R stands up, I'm gonna be like, "We can go now." Like,
Okay. Awesome. Pause that for just a second. And by the way, if anyone is taking an action and you say, wait, I want to respond to that, you can always jump in and say, hold on, I want to respond to that, instead of just, they're going to take the action. So
I mean, it was God. It was God's, and I don't mess with gods.
But you don't know that. You just know, give me a moment, and they sat down.
If I have seen that she's meditating and going to speak to her god, I will say it because I am doing the same thing for my god.
Okay, perfect.
Do I see that, or that she's going to communicate with her god?
Roll perception. You're not going to see that she's communicating because it's usually an internal thing, but you might get the sense that she's meditating and trying to commune. Roll me a perception roll, and I'm giving you a +3 because you are a paladin.
Then it's gonna be a 14.
Yeah, it's pretty clear she's meditating. Sorry, it's pretty clear they're meditating. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But freeze for 1 second. What is Ijo doing while they're meditating?
I'd probably get in the back of the cart with the cage.
Okay.
Stay out of Janice's way. Yeah, Janice. While she's strapping it down, but I'd probably be examining the cage and examining the runes that light up when I touch it.
Okay. So there aren't any specific runes? Okay.
Well,
wait,
I guess not. The glyphs that light up or something, right?
You'll yeah, give me a second. Roll perception.
Yep, you're fine. I'd hope I could actually portray. That's a lot better. That's a 15.
Woohoo! Okay, then yes, you.
Because
And
I
ours
didn't
does not
want
have one.
any more person contracted to this weird and strange guy.
Okay, perfect. Now, then let's go.
I don't-
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't want anyone enslaved.
Understandable. Okay, so let's go back to Nathaniel. Go ahead, and I'm going to give you the same roll. You're going to do intelligence plus glyphs.
Okay. Oh, merde, excuse-moi. $14. I got a 12 on
Oh,
my die.
then roll.
No, man. No. I did a 12 plus 2. No, it's a 12 plus. I rolled my die. So it's still a 12, but it's 12 plus 6 plus 3 plus 9.
Okay. 12 plus 6
Why?
plus 3 plus 9. That is a lot. So that comes out to 30. Okay. So here's what happens with you. You see glyphs of earth light up all around you, in the ground, throughout your entire body. A lot of them all over are, by the way. And you notice that in those glyphs, you see a face emerge. And the face seems to emerge from one of the big stone pillars nearby, and looks like it's speaking to you, and you hear the voice of Vim himself telling you to protect this cart and these people.
Okay,
And that's what you get.
perfect. And it's not 30, it's 21. I have 9 in total, not 6 plus 9.
Oh, I thought it was 6 plus 3 plus 9.
No.
Got it.
No, it's 6 plus 3. So
Okay, wait.
9.
You rolled a 12
Well,
though,
you
right?
rolled a 12 though,
Yes.
Roll again.
12.
Roll
Yeah.
again and add.
because it's exploding dice.
12s explode every time.
15. A 6.
Okay, so that was 18 plus your 9. So that's 27. Okay. 27. You still have the same experience.
Okay.
That's above the 25 I was thinking. To do that experience. We're good. But in the future, when you roll a 12, always roll and add
Yes.
again.
Still strange.
You know what? I like strange.
It's great.
Thank you. All right, so 2 people are on the cart. You 2 finish your meditation. And we left off with Jay saying, can we go now?
Yes, of course. Let's go. I will be walking beside the car if anything is coming our way, like ambush or so.
Okay. And R, what are you doing?
R says to Janice, would you rather I walk? And R is obviously 900 pounds.
Mm-hmm. She looks at you and goes, well, I would hope you could walk or roll or whatever you do, because if you get on the cart, it's going to break.
That's fine. I understand.
But I'll take it slow. We want to stay together. I'm here to save you after all.
Thank you.
And she jumps up on the cart and goes, so are we ready then?
So R decides to take the rear.
Okay.
I mean, I'm researching the cage, so I probably didn't even hear.
Probably not. And we know your perception rolls, so.
Well, the saddest part is my perception is a 5, too.
All right, so she smacks the reins. The horse takes off at a very slow walk so that R can keep up from behind, and Nathaniel walking beside the cart. And as soon as it starts going, she just starts chatting and goes, so, how exactly did you all meet? You look like a very strange family to me.
Is she human? What is she?
She is.
We know she's human.
Yep.
I don't think I'd go with family yet.
Yet? Are you auditioning each other to be family? Who's marrying who? I know a great priest that can help you.
I mean, you never know nope, that's totally not what I'd say. It's gonna go deep and metaphorical, but that is not this character.
So,
just a shrug.
We just met. That's it.
really? Then
Yeah,
why is the winged one spending all his money to get you a cart to save you if you just met? That doesn't make any sense.
because we are mercenaries.
Oh, you're mercenaries. So this is about money?
Would be.
Well, that's a little less exciting.
But you would prefer that I marry you?
Not me. I'm already betrothed to someone else. You don't want to marry me anyway. No.
Oh,
But
what?
he made it sound like you were family, like you were really close, like you really had each other's back. Not that you were a bunch of strangers just being paid to be here.
Sadly, that's the truth. That's life.
I suppose. Either way, he paid, so I'm taking you up to Lucia. It is.
That's right. Thank you. R thinks a little more highly of the fairy if he described them as family.
So, I'd like to know something about each of you, because if we're going to travel together for that many days, I'd best be known who I'm traveling with and how much I have to watch my back. You, knifey girl. You plan on stabbing me with that?
I don't plan on stabbing anybody, but that doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Okay then.
Very accurate.
And how often do you get stabby with that sticker?
I mean, it varies.
And what about the man in the box? I was told about a box. I wasn't told about a man in a box. That's really disturbing, you know. What did you do? Why do you have him in a box?
We didn't put him in a box. He is just simply in a box.
Then
Don't
why?
you ever just have things that aren't explainable but about boxes?
About boxes? Not usually. Most of my boxes have horse feed in it, or most of my boxes have crops in them, or most of my boxes have clothing or other things. I know what's in my boxes. You just come across a box in the middle of nowhere with a man in it and you guys pick it up.
We know what's in the box. A person.
Well, I know it's in the box too, but why would you be picking up a box that has a man in it? That sounds ridiculous.
I think Jay gives up a little bit right now.
And any of you can respond. You're all hearing this, even I, Joe.
R doesn't remember being told to keep this a secret, do they?
Nope.
Okay, I didn't think
No.
so.
She asked why he's in the box.
She asked why you would just randomly pick up a box with a guy in it and think that's okay.
Oh, he's supposedly Manitorn.
Well, that's
Supposed to
even
be
worse.
curing him.
Maybe it's good he's in the box.
The guy who was paying us said that he can be quite mad and brutal. I don't know for sure, but in case he murders someone.
Okay, so maybe it's good you're a little bit stabby in case that box gets opened.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always good to be stabby.
Just a question. Can anyone see inside the box or is it closed?
At the very, very top, there's a small slit with little bars on it. You can look in
Okay.
from there if you were to climb up on the cart.
Okay.
And Garrett's gone pretty quiet at this point.
Sorry, I will be turning to the box and say, sorry man, I don't trust you for now.
And you hear a grumble. Nothing more.
Okay. That's enough for me.
Okay.
I mean, we can't even get the box open right now, so.
That is true. You're missing a key.
No.
Yeah.
Does the fairy have a key?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who doesn't have a key?
R doesn't have a key, I think.
R's the one that
R
doesn't
Yeah.
have a key. Okay, because I thought if the fairy didn't have a key, he's never coming back. We're missing him.
No. Yes.
We're definitely
Love
bringing
to
him
us.
back.
Hopefully, he spent a lot of money on this carriage for us.
But he's like hiding beneath the carriage this entire time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is there anything in particular you guys want to discuss with Janice or talk to about each other or investigate with the box as you are traveling? If not, I am happy to fast forward to the next thing that comes down the path.
Joe probably wouldn't say this, but we should probably finally actually introduce ourselves.
Yeah. I would have introduced myself to Janice and talk a bit about me. So
Okay.
you're
Then-
Janice. So I'm Nathaniel Hawthorne
Nice
From
to meet you,
the-
Nathaniel.
from the small county of Hawthorne. I'm a blacksmith.
I can see that. You've got quite a bellows you carry with you.
Yeah, so if you want any objects made or weapons made, or armor. To learn more about how the box is made.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. Well, that's quite astute of you to look at a box that's made by a master and try to learn from it.
Yeah. and I will get to apprentice under this master.
Oh, even better. Hopefully the master's not crazy too.
I hope so not.
Fantastic.
Never met him. And you, what do you do for a job?
Oh, I run the stables at the town just down the road. I figured we'd stop there and get you some food and maybe take a quick rest, because it looks like you're probably going to be tired. It's coming on at nighttime pretty quickly.
Okay, how long does it take to go to your village, young lady?
Oh, it's going to take us about 30 minutes.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
I mean, unless you just want to eat rations out of your pack the rest of the trip, but I don't.
No, it's best to get some food.
Thank you. That's very nice.
You're welcome. And you are a big stony rock thing that I've never seen before.
Oh, really?
Nope. I've heard of the Stoneborns, but I've never seen one myself. We're a small village. I don't think we have many accommodations for big rocks.
Oh, that's fine. I can handle myself. Thank you.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear it. What do you guys eat, by the way?
What do we eat?
You eat regular food.
Regular food.
Really?
We eat just what you all do. Yes.
You don't make it harder?
No.
Well, good.
We're not agricultural, so we just get what we come by.
Good to know. Well, then you're in for a treat, I'm sure.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Thanks for your hospitality.
You're welcome. And has he always been that furry?
You mean, who are you talking to first? Ijo? Or...
Yes, Ijo.
We've just met, but I assume so. I've heard a lot about the, he's a kitsune, right?
Yes.
I've heard a lot about the kitsune.
Oh.
I guess I would have met some before. Yeah, they all seem pretty furry.
I have to do an update, by the way. We have changed the name of kitsune in the upcoming edition because it's very confusing with the Japanese mythical creature of kitsune.
Yeah.
So,
Multiple tails.
And so they are actually going to be called the Shunok, which is the Gaelic word for fox.
Oh, great.
Spell that?
Shunok is, let me go look it up for you. Give me 1 second, because I don't remember how to spell it offhand. But it just dawned on me as we kept saying kitsune, and something in the back of my head goes, no. I'm like, what? Oh, yeah, we changed that.
Okay.
And it was because there's a lot of preconceived notions about the name kitsune and what it means with the Japanese mythical creatures, etc. So,
But they are. See, the thing is, it's interesting, and I totally was fine with it because aren't kitsune protectors as well? I thought they were super protector in Japanese.
Normally, they're actually the mischievous tricksters and kind of the opposite of protectors. I actually had a historian kind of get after me that my kitsune are not at all how they would behave. So, that's okay though.
Okay, but you're just borrowing a name.
It is. But I think there's a lot. And okay, so it's Sionnach.
Oh, that's not what I guessed.
No, me neither. But
Well,
you said it was Gaelic?
It is Gaelic. It's Irish
Yeah.
Gaelic for the word fox.
So yes, it's
spelled weird.
yeah, it's Gaelic.
Okay.
That's
I
why.
can see it.
Yep. Yep, the Shunok. And honestly, I like this better because it's a name that, yes, it's also a borrowed name for fox, but it's a name that's not commonly used in other things. So now people get to create with this whatever they want. More so than kitsune, I think, has a lot of, or kitsune, excuse me, has a lot of preconceived notions because of how much it's found in other systems and other areas of gaming culture.
That makes sense.
So, I don't. Yeah, and that's okay. Pineapple Dragon points out everyone's going to pronounce it Sionnach unless they're familiar with Gaelic. I don't care if they pronounce it that way.
Oh no, they're pronouncing something wrong. That's
Right.
never happened in
No.
RPGs ever.
Like Tarask and Taraski.
Right.
Taraskray or...
So
Okay,
you
so
are,
I'm sitting here with a messed up name, so here we go.
to the point you just call yourself Jay. Yes, I love it.
Hey, come on, we have an R. I can be a J. It could just be letters. That's fine.
Yep. Oh, that's a good one. Let's talk about the region you guys are in. TEN, which is TEGN. And it's so funny. Anybody, by the way, excuse me for the brief little bit of a tangent here, but a little bit of interesting info. If anyone has watched any of RPG Blender's videos he's created about the Rupture system, he will pause, give a confused look, pronounce something, show the word on screen. Every time he's done that, he's pronounced it correctly. The few times he's pronounced something incorrectly, he didn't do that.
Oh, really?
It's great. Anyway, back to the game. So Sihanouk, we'll just let it be that. That's fine.
Okay.
Chinook is what it really is, but if you want to say Sihanouk, nobody's going to fault you. So he's a Chinook. Oh, we'll come back into that conversation. So, you foxy ear thing, you've been fuzzy like this your whole life, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And
I'm still studying the cage, so.
and your parents were fuzzy like this too?
Almost all of Citadel is like this.
Oh, I heard Citadel's a cursed place and nobody should go there.
I don't know who told you that. It's quite peaceful.
Well, yeah, but there's buildings that age backwards over there. That's like a witchcraft, isn't it?
I don't know. I didn't build them.
Well, obviously not. They're building themselves. Is that true?
Yes.
Well, see, then it's a cursed place. Buildings don't age backwards. What happens when they get to the first day they were built? Do they explode or something?
We don't know yet.
And you just live amongst these buildings like it's normal.
Yes.
And all of your people are foxes?
All of the people of my tribe are foxes.
Interesting. Fox people. I mean, I've heard of the regime, obviously. They live south of us. Well, south of the Empire, anyway. But fox people, I've never heard of a fox person. What do you call yourselves?
We are the... I can't even pronounce it now. Sihanouk.
Oh, interesting.
And I am Ijo from the Chuman tribe.
Nice to meet you, Ijo. You look very studious. You're staring at the box like it's going to start singing to you.
It just may.
If it does, I'm out of here.
No, Art feels happy to see someone broadening their perspectives.
So, we have rocks, we have fox, we have ogres, and we have a stabby cat.
Seems right, yes.
Interesting. So, stabby cat, what is it you do besides flip your knife up and down?
I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I like to look for things and people.
Interesting. And what's your name?
Most people just call me Jay.
But is Jay your name?
So it's close to my name as you're gonna get.
Ooh, point taken. All right then. So, I've already got my father putting a big stew pot on. I hope that's okay for you. And I'm getting some rooms prepared. I didn't realize we'd had such big people with us. I prepared normal beds, but I'll try to find something for you. Wait, what is your name, rock person?
It's R, but don't trouble yourself. I can sleep out in the field.
Well, that's not proper. What type of hospitable people would we be if I let you sleep in the field?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'd break any furniture you have, and I've been doing it for centuries.
Well, you could come in at least by the hearth and sleep in front of the fire.
Well, if you prefer.
I do prefer.
Very well.
anything else that you'll need before we get on our way to Lucia? Just let me know as we get there. I'll be happy to help you. But can we take him out of the box and put him in a proper bed?
No. We don't have the key.
No. We
We're
are
not
missing a
supposed
key.
to.
It just seems a mite bit squishy in there. I'm sure he's going to get a crick in his neck.
Yeah, that does seem inconvenient.
Yeah.
Well, at least we're going to give him some food, right?
I wonder if we could enlarge the box somehow.
Yes, we're going to totally give him food.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's taken food.
Oh, good. And when was the last time he had a bath, if he's been in that box?
I don't know.
We don't know how long he's been in the box.
Hey, Garrett. Actually, that feels a little impolite. I don't think. Never mind. I wouldn't do that.
Okay. Anything else you guys are doing on the way to this village?
Yeah. R wanted to ask if anyone had heard of a Lord so-and-so with wings who might have done something like scratch out ancient runes over a super magic cave.
Okay, then instead of telling us what you're doing, actually do it.
Oh, right. Having this come up. Okay. So I heard the master talking about when I asked about those runes that were over the cave. He said that Lord somebody came fairly recently, 2 water cycles ago. I'm guessing that wasn't very long. And scratched out those runes over the cave. They might have said something about like what it was or why it was so magic or to be careful around it. And I didn't get enough information to really make anything of that. I was wondering if anyone had heard of a lord with wings who did things like go around and did something with caves that were magical and maybe like obscured information about them.
Everybody roll intelligence.
I guess I should too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not me.
Actually, Jay, you get a +3 on this roll because of your background.
Okay. I will be
Sure, I was-
rerolling it.
I
will. Sorry.
You go.
Now I will have to reroll it again. I got a 12.
Yeah, go again.
A 7.
So that's 19 on your roll, and then add intelligence.
19 plus 6, 25.
Okay, so hold that for just a second. What was your roll, Ija?
I rolled an 11, so it would be 20 total.
Okay, and what was your roll, Jay?
Oh, sorry. Totally lost names. 7.
Even with the
7.
+3.
With the +3, I got a 4. I got a 2 on the die, 2 intelligence. Then you gave me a +3, and now I might actually have to know things.
Okay. And R, what did you roll?
9.
Okay, so neither J nor R know, but both of the other two know about the reputation of Lord Morley. Lord Morley is a half fairy, half human who loves to go find ancient magical sites and deface, destroy, or capture them for himself. And anybody who gets into his way, he makes disappear.
Yeah, an interesting guy.
Okay,
I've
so
known him. Sorry.
go ahead.
I've heard him from my family, from my mother. And she's a noble.
What did you hear?
That he likes to get all these ancient artifacts and so, and for himself. And yes, and if anyone is coming into his way, yeah, he makes them disappear. You have to be careful around him.
I've only heard rumors about him through networks, since this is my first time outside of Citadel.
Yep.
But all I know is that he really, really hates magical places, and we've been going out of our way to keep him outside of Citadel.
That makes sense. Now,
Mhm.
now, Garrett, how long have you been in there?
Roll a luck, R.
Well, I wonder if that's related to this situation.
Could be. Okay. So yeah, Garrett does not respond. If anything, you hear little mumbles. He just doesn't seem to have the energy to talk.
I think I have leftover. I think I have a ration in my bag. So I asked the Janice. That doesn't sound right.
Janice.
Janice. I asked. So I stated to Janice, "Can I get a few extra rations when we get into town? I do not think that Garrett has been being fed well, and have been feeding him slowly, mostly of mine. And I push another ration into the box.
Oh, of course, dear. In fact, we'll do better than rations. We'll give you some stuff that actually has medicine woven into it, so he can do a lot much better than just eating.
Well, that'll be good.
Yep. So, while you're in town, I suggest you go look at the field of blue flowers just to the west of town. It's a sight to be seen if you haven't been there. They're magical, they're mystical. Don't pluck any, don't mess with them. But you ought to see them once in your life. It's the one thing my village is known for.
Okay, we all do.
Okay.
Thank you for the recommendation.
Oh, of course, dearie. So, anything else any of you want to do with the cart, with Janice, or with each other before you get to town?
No,
Someone-
no.
I don't think
Someone
so.
gave me someone gave me a potion of a kenai potion earlier today that I didn't use looking into the cave. Who was that?
That
was
the fairy.
Purple gorilla. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that was the fairy. Okay,
Yep.
never mind.
That was the fairy trying to help you see things better.
I was thoughtful.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to fast forward you to getting into town. As you roll into town, there are several farms. There is a nice stables. There is a general store. That's really about it in this town. There is a beautiful field of blue flowers just beyond the town that you see. And far beyond that field of blue flowers is a very strange looking stone cabin. And people, as you walk into town, step aside and are staring confused
At the box?
at
Thank
the,
God.
probably both. Remember, this town had never seen Stoneborn, even if they heard about them, and had no clue what a Sihanouk was.
And an ogre?
Also,
Ogres are pretty well known.
Also, I mean, I'm not exactly. I mean, I'm a lion. I'm a lion, Regine. So.
Oh.
Oops. This is something I've been hiding. I was like, I don't want to tell him, but I was raised in like really remote, and I don't realize the importance of lion, Regine.
Yeah, no kidding. Everybody else besides Jay, roll intelligence. I don't think I was aware you were lying either.
I mean, I didn't exactly make it obvious for reasons.
14.
Okay.
15.
I suspect we can all tell.
Yes, but it doesn't mean you necessarily know what the significance is. So 15. Manuel, you realize technically because Jay is born as a lion, they are automatically Regine royalty.
Okay.
You might know, Ijo, that there's some significance to the fact that Jay is a lion, but not sure what within Regine society, because you haven't been there yet.
Okay.
But Manuel, you know that Jay is royalty. Whether Jay knows it or not doesn't matter. You know it.
Okay.
Jay, do you look like a lion? What do you look like?
There was a picture I sent to Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I have that.
Oh yes, where?
Um,
On
it's
the...
before the
group
R.
chat.
It's before the R photos. Let me send. I'll send it again.
Do-do-do-do.
I only
And
see R.
And there's pictures of the knife. Yes. There. I sent it again, so you can have a new photo of me.
perfect. And give me
Alright.
2 seconds. I'm actually going to put it up on screen for our viewers.
It's not that good of a photo.
I think it's fantastic.
You made it? You draw
Okay.
this?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I found a.
That's cool.
I found a picture online and redid it in how I wanted it done.
Boom, boom. And let me make this a little smaller so it fits on screen.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Okay, that is what Jay looks like. So, somewhat obviously a lion.
I mean, I didn't want to say it in words because then it would have to be a whole thing, and I didn't want. And that is just not level 1 character development.
Actually, I think it's beautiful
It could
character
be.
development. Absolutely. So, what a cool, interesting twist to your backstory. Now, okay, so I think everyone, I'm going to leave that up there for a few minutes. As you keep traveling, you get to town, people are looking really confused and kind of nervous. She pulls up to the stables, starts to unhitch the horse, before she does, she backs the wagon under this awning and says, well, I think that your box friend will probably be safe there for now, but you best have somebody keeping an eye on him at all times because you never know what might happen. So you might want to figure out who's doing that and then take some turns. But I'm going to go water the horse.
Okay, thanks.
And she goes off. She goes off to water the horse. An older gentleman comes out and just kind of stands there and looks at you. Crosses his arms and just watches.
Hey, older man. Nathaniel here. You want something?
Nope. I'm just making sure you're not here to rob us.
No problem. I'm a blacksmith and a paladin. No trouble will come, not under my watch.
Good to know.
You the owner here?
Yep. I'm Janice's father.
Nice to meet
Nice
You
to meet
too. You too.
I'm R. What's your name?
My name's Bernard. So, this doesn't look like the type of business you should stay in town very long with. I'm hoping you're moving on quickly.
you. Nah, we just on passage. We have to go quickly to Lucia.
Looks like we've been invited to stay the night, and then we'll be on. Nice to meet you.
That works for me. I've got some stew on the fire for you.
It's very polite
Yeah,
of
you
Thank
did.
you.
Yeah, you did told us. It's really kind. Thank you,
Well,
kind sir.
which one of you's watching the box first? I'll feed the others of you and bring out some for that person.
Well, I wonder if we
I
couldn't
will
keep
be.
him inside by the fire with us.
Nope. Not if he's Manatorn. Not coming in my house.
All right then.
Okay. I will be first then.
Suit yourself, ogre.
Do you have any blacksmiths here or what?
Well, I kind of work as both the stable master and the blacksmith, but really all I make is horseshoes. And he points around the corner and you see an anvil and a very small forge.
Oh, nice.
You're welcome
You
to
have
use
here.
it all you want.
Well, that's nice.
Beds with your big rockiness.
Oh, we've discussed this. It sounds like there's a place for me by the fire.
That'll work. And pardon me if it's rude, but he walks up to Ijo. You don't shed, do you?
That's rude.
There's two of us that are furry here. Why me specifically?
Because they know Rajin, they don't know Cianox.
Do you shed?
Well, sometimes, but never mind. Just come on.
I think you just answered the question.
Okay, so he escorts the three of you in. There is a nice roaring fire in the center of this cabin. There are some beds off to the side. There's another room that there's a door in. He said, your beds are through there, except obviously you're going to be over here. He points in front of the fire. And there's this huge pot boiling that just smells delicious. All sorts of sweet and savory smells coming out of this pot. He walks over to a cabinet, grabs some stone bowls, and starts scooping. Are there anything you are doing or interacting with as he is serving stew?
I go peek in the other room.
You see 5 beds, all made, look very nice and inviting. There's a few candles in there. There is a small chest beside one of the beds. That's all you see. Actually, roll a perception to see if that's all you see.
Okay. Perception or discern? I am looking for anything, like an ambush, possible other points of entry, something hiding in the room. That's what I'm looking for. Are we going discern or are we going just flat perception?
Well, now that you've told me specifics that you're looking for is discern. If you guys have something specific you want to find, that's always a discern.
11.
11 total?
Yeah.
Nope. Looks pretty normal.
Okay.
Okay. So what about the other 2 of you?
I'd probably take a seat and pull out some of my personal books and start doing research.
Is there anything specific you're researching?
It's probably chaos magic right now.
Joy, do me a favor. Roll research and intelligence, but also roll luck.
Okay, so research is right. My research is ridiculously high. So my research roll was a 26.
Wow. Fantastic.
I rolled a 10, by the way.
Whoa.
Fantastic. I love it. And your luck roll.
My luck roll is 12 total.
Okay. You're good. You're researching. Nobody seems the wiser that you're researching chaos magic right in front of them in their house. And tell me what specifically you're researching with a 26. There is a chart there of what you can get from research.
Oh, right. Probably order 1 or order 2 spells.
Go for it. Pick one and
R turns to Bernard and says, "Have you ever heard of anyone being able to cure Manatorn?"
Oh, that's a myth and a rumor. Nobody can do that.
Well, I'd always assumed so.
I mean, I've seen some strange things in my life, but to cure Manatorn, that would be like shoving a soul back into a dead body. That's pretty much akin to necromancy in my mind.
I hear you. That makes sense. Have you ever heard of a Lord Morley?
Of course I've heard of Lord Morley. Curse his name.
Have you ever seen him?
Yes. He's the reason why our town never thrives.
Really? Can you say more?
He has a keen interest in that circle where my Janice went and got you from. It's a good thing she got you before he showed up. You'd probably be disappeared.
That's interesting. So he's been around recently. In the circle is?
I don't much know and I don't much care. I just hope he stays out of my town again.
What's he done? How does he keep you from prospering?
He took several of our young'uns to go with him on some blasted expedition, and they never came back. And he keeps doing it from every town around here. Anytime he finds something he likes, he goes and recruits young people, takes them to wherever he's going, and they always disappear.
You mean children?
No, young people, like y'all, your type of young people. Well, I'm assuming you're young. I don't know how old the Rock is.
I'm 250.
Okay, not your type of young people, their type of young people. People that can get around a wee bit better than I can. But if you take,
come back.
right, if you take all the able-bodied people out of a small town like this, you've pretty much killed the town.
Well, that's fun. Wonder if it has anything to do with that cave. Do you know anything about a cave by the circle?
I don't much touch that circle. It's cursed, you know. You have lots of demons that'll come out at night and dance around that blasted circle, and who knows what type of unholy rituals they're parts of.
You've seen them?
Oh, of course not. I would never go near it.
Who saw them?
Oh, we've heard stories ever since I was a kid.
I see. Well, that's interesting. Well, I have some questions for Garrett again, if I can get him talking. So I get up and I try to go outside to see if I can talk to Garrett.
Okay, and let's pause. We're gonna have Manuel interacting outside for a minute before you get out there. I'm sorry, Nathan, not Manuel. So, Nathaniel, what are you doing?
I'm going to see what you got for utensils and about his work, if any of his work is laying here and his quality.
He's got a few horseshoes he's been working on. Roll a perception.
12.
His work is mediocre at best.
Okay.
He's probably a beginning level blacksmith and just enough to get basic horseshoes on his horses. And that's all you see is horseshoes. There's some little trinkets you can tell he's trying to make knives or other things, but they're not very well made. And most of what you see around are scraps of iron. It's an old handmade forge that has a couple cracks in the back and an anvil that has seen better days and has rust on it.
Okay. Can I see if I can repair the anvil?
Yep. Roll metalworking. Or, yeah, metalworking. So strength plus metalworking plus your roll.
So 22.
Fantastic. Yes. You clean some of the rust off, you polish it up, you give it a nice crisper edge, hammer out some of the dents. It's not the best anvil you've seen, but it's a lot better than what he had.
So yeah, and I'm making some, making some horseshoes,
Mm-hmm.
and a jewelry for the lady.
Nice. In that case, give me 2 more metalworking rolls. I'm going to give you a +3 on both of them for repairing the anvil beforehand.
$21 and $18.
Fantastic. So the 21, these horseshoes are amazing. You make a good 3 sets of horseshoes. Those are going to last a long time. With the 18, you describe the piece of jewelry you're making.
I'm making some nice necklace and a pair of earrings that goes with the necklace.
Fantastic. Love it. So about this time, we're going to have R, and it's actually while you're making this, R comes outside. And you hear from behind the carriage around the corner a lot of ding, ding, ding. Somebody working on a forge or on an anvil.
Okay. So I go up to. Can I see in the back of the carriage?
Mm-hmm.
Can I see into the cage?
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. So I know you're not happy about being in the cage, Garrett. I'm sorry. We're trying to take care of you. It sounds like this is going to be in your best interest. Thank you for staying in there while we're trying to figure this out. Would you be willing to talk more about what happened? I want to know if you saw anything at that circle or in that cave, and if you remember a troll there or any demons.
Okay, so I want you to roll. Let me pull up the sheet right here. Go ahead and roll a persuade, and I'm going to give you a +3 on that.
Oh, I see. So, it's 9, but I think I'm going to use my 3 from the audience, so 12.
Sweet. That's awesome. So 12 plus your persuade plus your charisma.
No, that was all already. Oh, plus charisma?
Yep.
Oh, okay, 17.
There we go. Okay, so what you get is you hear some mumbling, some groaning, and he goes, "There's nothing in that damn cave. It's empty. I went there because we were investigating Lord Morley. The Hidden Strand is sick of him stealing our discoveries. Ugh. And next thing I know, yeah, it's the group we work. I just ask the Fox. He knows. He steals our discoveries. We went there to find and protect some of them, and we were too late. He scratched the runes off. He took the items, and I guess he was still there, because next thing I know, my head is swimming. I'm in excruciating pain, and I black out. Then I wake up in this damn box hearing you guys."
Well, that's interesting. So you never saw a troll?
There's no troll in that cave.
What items were you looking for?
I don't know. I was just sent to go get the items in that cave. There were no items when I got there. I don't know what they were.
Okay, thank you.
Can you get me some water, please?
Yes, of course. R has water, and what is it like? What's in the adventuring kit? Like a water skin?
Water skin.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. R hands a water skin in.
You hear glug, 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 glug. He hands it back out empty and just goes, oh, thank you.
I'll get you some more. Thank you for sharing that. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling like a stoneborn just sat on me.
That sounds really rough. Well, I have an instinct this is going to be helpful to you for us to take you to this place. The cave, nothing happened to you when you went into the cave? You were just able to walk in?
Yeah, it's fine.
You didn't see anything weird or feel anything weird when you walked in?
It's just a blasted cave. Are you one of those paranoid sorts that assumes every cave has a monster in it and your damn folk superstitions keep you from exploring anything?
No, I'm a pretty big explorer. Just I already looked in that one and it was strange to me, but I just didn't know what it was like for other people.
I don't know if he did anything to it afterwards, but it was nothing when I got there.
Does it mean anything to you? Oh, I'm sorry, you said he scratched off the runes before you got there?
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does that do?
That means if it had any enchantment on it, he destroyed it. Like he does all the damn magic items he gets a hold of.
Oh, well maybe it's weird after the runes got scratched off.
I guess.
Well, and I'm sorry, you went in after the runes got scratched off. I guess that doesn't make sense.
Right.
Well, what was the enchantment on the cave before?
I don't know. I'm not a bloody mage.
Okay. Alright, well thank you for sharing. Anything else you need, don't hesitate to let us know. We'll try and get you help as soon as possible.
You could throw a blanket in here.
Absolutely. And I go back in to talk to Bernard about a blanket.
Okay. And I'm going to pause us for like 5 minutes, and we're going to take a quick 5-minute intermission. You guys are welcome to talk amongst yourself, chat with the audience. I'm stepping away for 5 minutes, and I'll be right back, people. Remember, those of you that are watching, please go check out rupturerpg.com. It is coming to Kickstarter in September. We are getting a lot of great feedback from playtesters like the group you're seeing here, and would love to have you part of our community. So we'll see you guys in about 5 minutes.
Walrus. So, for curiosity that isn't actually curiosity, and I don't want to show you what it is yet. What is your character wearing? And normal fox colors are orange and white, or
actually.
Okay.
Like just like Snow White.
Okay, I could see that. Like Arctic fox. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, did you guys get all your plot against the narrator stuff out?
Yes.
Yeah, we plotted all the evilness.
Nice.
I totally am not sitting here drawing the fact that we're sitting in a cart. I'm not doing that.
That's awesome. I want to see it.
Oh, it's not that good.
That's okay. Every great masterpiece started with a concept drawing somewhere that you did the best you could with what you had from where you are.
At least
We'll see.
not like my stick figures.
That is the one thing that when it came to developing Rupture, we had the least amount of was artistic skill. So we're very grateful we were able to hire the art studio we did that created the logo you see and all the other artwork we're working on.
Nice.
We cannot hear you, Manuel.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
I was saying sorry for before. I had to leave for a few minutes when you described something.
That's okay. It happens. If we need So it is. So it is. As soon as Jenna gets back, we will jump right back in. And I like, by the way, just so you guys are aware, and my adventures to give you guys a lot of freedom to do what you want with your characters before just throwing stuff at you. So you're welcome to spend as long as you want doing stuff before I throw things at you, because I will give you the opportunity. But it's up to you to, and there is not a single character that you come across that doesn't already have a deep layered rich backstory and can be a main NPC if you choose to explore them that way. You are very open world in the way you explore in my narrating style.
We can just recruit random people.
You could if you want. As long as you recruit them well. I mean, they have to say yes. You can't just enslave them. I mean, I guess you could do that too.
There goes all my plans.
I mean, I was reading a couple of these spells. I probably could do something.
Oh man.
I think we cannot turn the game into slavery this early. We're on session 2. We got to give it at least 3 sessions before we start enslaving people.
Well,
Man.
Joe probably doesn't care about slavery at all anyways, so.
Yeah, I feel like Nathan might have a few problems with us enslaving people.
Yep.
Yeah. Totally.
Then again, like, I'm a pseudo-royal over in Citadel, so.
Yeah, and I'm a son of a noble.
Heh.
So you have the most
But the Stoneborn is very ancient and has spent many, many years working with people, and so has a little bit of clout because of that.
So the Stoneborn is royal in image, and the rest of us are just royal and don't pretend we aren't.
Pretty much.
No, I don't pretend I'm not. I actually am, but it's over in Citadel I am, not over here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's probably the most royal group I've ever played with this early on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to like character drop. Oops, I'm actually.
I like it. I you know what? Throw a curveball. We can hit it just fine.
I wanted to see how long it would take before someone looked at the picture and went, "Oh shit, she's a lion," and I was like, "Nah."
I mean, out of character, I went, "It's a lion," and I knew it meant something, but I couldn't remember what it meant, and I didn't care enough to look it up. Which
Uh,
is funny because that's basically what Ijo thinks too.
Did I miss something? Is Nate royalty?
Everyone's,
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody has a royal or noble background.
And out of character, I know that Dingo
Dingo.
Dingo
Bingo.
is
Ding-
actually related to Lord Morley.
Yeah.
Yep, that's his brother.
Yeah.
Half brother.
Out of character, I know that.
Out of character. We know
Out of
that.
character.
So,
Curious to interview him about Lord Morley.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
really think he's gonna answer you?
Probably not.
oh, he'll have a lot to say about Lord Morley, especially if he finds out you guys think he's a bad guy. He'd be all over that.
Well, he
Yeah.
destroys magical things. Of course he's a
He
bad
hates his
guy.
guts.
Okay, so we're going to jump back in, and what I was saying beforehand, Jenna, I'm going to re-emphasize because I know you were not here when I mentioned this to the party. In my games that I narrate, I leave it very open world. This is your world to explore however you want. Every character you come across, even if they seem minor and mundane, could be an entire plot point if you choose to explore it. Every village you come to has stuff happening in it. You get to do what you want with your character, and I give you the freedom and flexibility to do so. If it feels like things are dragging, I will create an encounter that you hit, but there is no set, you have to go this path to accomplish the goals. You guys really do get an open world to explore.
Great.
Nice.
Awesome.
So, that being said, let's come back in the house to, we're going to go to Jay first. So you investigated the bedroom. It looks mundane.
I'm probably gonna go sit by the fire, and might be having like minor conversations about everyday life in the village with the dad,
With Bernard? Okay.
with Bernard.
Then let's do that. So Bernard, as you sit by the fire, hands you a bowl of stew and goes, well, it's odd that you're here.
Why do you say that?
Well, you're a Regine.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of strange to see us outside.
No. You're a Regine. And you're a Regine.
Yes.
You're not one of them tigers. You're not one of them mountain lions. You're not a bobcat.
No, bobcats are so cool. I wish I was one.
Well, where's your entourage?
I came with like 4 people. This is as many people as I can stand at a time.
And no royal guards. Are you one of the elites? Are you one of those secret, oh, you might be. You've got that knife. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cross your path.
I have no clue what you're talking about. This soup smells delicious.
Well, I'm glad you like it. I mean, it's certainly not of the caliber I would assume you would normally eat.
No, it totally is. I love it so much. This is totally, terribly, it's great.
Okay, and you're.
I'm just a person, like you're a person.
Well, of course you are. Of course you are, Your Highness.
Very confused by the Your Highness, makes a funny face that's like, what is that? And I heard you tell Nate, totally calling you Nate, that you are the blacksmith in town. Are you busy?
Well, a blacksmith is a little bit of an oversell, if I must say myself. There's no way I could create your royal regime blades with all the jewels in the hilt.
And I take out Purgatory and flip it, and there's not a single jewel in sight.
Yeah, I doubt I can make something that balanced either.
I know, it is quite balanced. It was a gift from my father.
Your father, the lion?
I think he was a lion. I don't think that was his most distinguishing trait. I found him very kind and thought that was his most distinguishing trait.
Well, that's good to hear. It's always nice when the king is kind.
King? I don't know. I think you have me confused. I grew up on a farm in a town very much like this.
You grew up on a farm.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Very much so. How very much sure.
He looks really confused and kind of scoots back a little bit.
I don't mean to disrupt your evening. You should go about what you would normally do. But you are totally welcome to eat with me and my compatriots.
Oh, I will definitely eat with you, Your Highness, for sure. And thank you for the blessing.
I still am very confused by this entire conversation, and gesture for him to sit, and if not everyone else has a bowl of soup, I will pass them around. And probably, depending on how old the book looks, I might put a book on top of. I might put a bowl of soup on top of your book, Walrus. I can't remember. Ijo's book. Bowl of soup on top of Ijo's book.
It's probably multiple books at this point.
Probably is. So a
The
bowl
middle
of
of the pile.
a bowl of soup is put onto your pile of books.
Okay. I just look up and nod, and then continue working.
So, is he your scholar, your historian?
I believe he enjoys reading books. I let him do what he likes to do.
Oh, that's very noble of you to give him that freedom.
Everybody should do what they want to do. And then I'm still very confused. Entire conversation. I have 2 intelligence and 1 charisma. I'm not the one that should be talking right now, but we got this.
So, well, what can I do for you, Your Highness? So, you're a guest here, obviously, but we don't have much in the town. I can. Have you seen the Field of Flowers?
No, we haven't yet. Could you perhaps escort us over there so we do not encounter distractions?
Well, I would suggest you take your whole party and you go explore the Field of Flowers. I'm gonna stay and watch the box for you while you do that.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna finish this delicious bowl of soup and then we'll go do that.
Of course, absolutely.
I look over to make sure the Rock's eating. Rock, are you eating?
Rock's outside right now.
Why is everyone outside?
Not outside.
There's food. You are distracted by books that I cannot read.
Okay, pause, and we're going to go to the outside crew. So, as you're having this conversation, you then go in to get a blanket. So you walk in the door, and I'm going to just give it to you. You can sense the weird, awkward tension, like people don't know how to behave around each other. And Bernard looks like he's sitting up prim and proper at his table and very little tiny slurps of soup. Yep.
Oh, I'm the exact opposite. I have elbows on the table. I'm shoveling this thing in my mouth.
And he's just watching Jay. Okay, R, this is what you walk into.
And Ijo's off in the corner, nose buried.
Yep.
Where's Nate? Oh, Nate's watching, right?
No, Nate's outside
Nate,
blacksmithing.
you're blacksmithing. That's
No,
right.
no, I'm blacksmithing. I'm busy and rewarding this nice guy for letting us sleep here.
Yep.
Oh, that's sweet. Nice. Okay. Hello. So I was wondering if you had any spare blankets that I could provide our guest with.
Oh, of course I do. Just a second. He gets up and fumbles across the room to this cupboard, opens it up, grabs a wool blanket, and hands it to you. Can you fit that in the slot?
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. So I take it back out to Garrett and.
Wait. Don't forget soup.
And Bernard
I'll
runs
be
over
right-
and hands you
I'll
a
be
bowl.
right back. Oh, we haven't
I
said
meant
Garrett.
bring
To take-
soup
to
out
take-
to
to-
Garrett.
Okay.
And Nate probably too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll take a blanket and one bowl right now for Garrett, and then I'll ask Nate if he wants any.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go back
Yeah.
outside. You
I
put
guess
the.
no. I'll try and balance. I guess I have room on my hand for 2 bowls of soup, and the blanket in the other.
Oh, do I dare? Yes, I do. Roll it.
What am I rolling?
Let's
Probably
see.
agility.
Probably agility.
It is 100% agility, and I don't see that you have acrobatics, so
I don't think I'm very agile.
you're
All
not
right. All right, so that's an 8.
total.
Yeah, with agility in the roll, yeah.
All right, so you within about 2 steps look. Yeah, you're gonna drop one of these bowls if you try to take them both.
Can I
Do
tell
I
them before
notice
they
this?
fall?
You do.
Okay, I run and rescue one and
Okay.
walk out with her.
There we go.
All right, Garrett, here, can you take this? And I try to fit the bowl through the crack.
Nope. No way.
Okay. How hungry are you, Garrett? I can try to feed this to you through the crack.
What is it?
Soup or stew?
Why don't you just put it in a water skin and put that through the crack?
Sure, if you'd like. And but having just almost dropped the soup, I asked Jay if he is it, sorry, Jay, are you female or male?
Female. Female.
You said female. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Ask Jay if she can. Jay, could you please put this
Yeah,
in this water
yeah, I
skin for me?
Yeah, totally. You still have your empty one?
Garrett, can I please have my empty one back?
Yep, it's actually hanging outside the crack when you get back.
Okay.
Cool. And then I pour it awesomely into it.
I will give it to you. You're agile, and it's just pouring into a water skin. Done.
And done. And then I'll pass it in and take the other bowl of soup
Okay.
because I was holding one.
And Garrett says, "Thank you for the blanket and the food. I'm gonna sleep now."
Have a good night.
Mm.
And is it getting dark now?
The sun does not go down.
I've lived
and
there in the past. It's so much fun.
Hmm.
It's strange. It's strange 100%. Okay, I have a bowl of soup and I'm going hunting for Nate.
It's pretty easy to find Nate. You just follow the ting, 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 ting.
Nate, food.
Okay. Just a sec. I'm just finishing something. Just put it here, please.
Okay, I'll put it where she gestures.
Just to a desk or so.
Yeah. We're gonna go look at the flowers, so come in when you're done.
Shouldn't we wait for that tomorrow, as it will be a bit lighter?
Yeah, it's getting dark, and it sounded like maybe there was some danger to it. We weren't supposed to touch the flowers. Maybe we want to all be together and alert.
Okay, we can wait till tomorrow.
We'll visit on our way out of town.
Yeah.
The insert guy's name here that I forgot his name.
Bernard.
Bernard. Bernard said he'd watch the cage if we wanted to go tonight.
Okay.
That's interesting, but I don't know if we should trust people with Garrett.
Are you all outside?
Yeah.
I'm still
Okay.
inside.
Everybody but the bookworm.
Yeah. Same here. I prefer to be watching. Maybe it's nice, but we just can rely on ourselves.
Okay. Just thought I'd check. And then I leave the food and go back inside.
Okay. All right. So Nate, you finish your projects. How long are you
Okay.
going to watch Garrett before you get somebody else to come take watch?
Until somebody's going to take watch.
Okay. So the three of you, how long are you going to let Nate stay out there watching Garrett before one of you decides to take watch? This is me prompting you guys to plan as a group.
After about 3 hours, or probably after supper, I'll say, so who's gonna take over watch? I can do the next one if we like.
Yeah, so I'll get the middle of the night one.
And I poke Ijo and say, this leaves you for the morning.
Okay. Wait. As you come back in, you've got to play this out. So Jay, as you come back in with R, as soon as you open the door, the Bernard rushes over and kind of sweeps the floor in front of you.
What are you doing?
Well, you can't be stepping on dirty floors, can you?
I've lived on dirty floors my entire life.
And he looks really confused. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. You should. I think Nate's messing with your blacksmithing tools. You should go check.
Yes, ma'am. I'll go check right away.
Thank you.
And Bernard leaves the house. So the three of you are left there alone.
Oh my god. Okay.
What's up, little one? Why was he like that around you?
I have no clue.
All right, what does R know about lion regimes?
According to the last roll you had, you have no clue the significance of lion and regime.
Okay.
We rolled that one already, so that's where it's
Sorry, I
at.
forgot.
It's okay. So, the three of you, and Ijo, you're aware of everything that's happening, even though you're buried in a book.
Yep.
Okay, good. Long as you're aware that you're aware. Are you doing anything in the house?
Mostly he doesn't care.
Good to know.
Why did you tell him that Nate was messing with the tools?
Because I don't know what Nate was doing in that building.
Oh, I think that he said he was making something nice for Bernard.
Yeah, but Bernard was annoying me, so I thought I'd get him out of the house a little bit.
That's not super nice.
Bounty hunter, raised in the middle of nowhere.
All right, R goes back out to vouch for Nate.
Okay. So you two in the
I
house.
poke Ijo and say that you're on morning duty in case you missed that.
I heard. Thank you.
Someone was purgatory, so cleaning purgatory.
Perfect. Cleaning a knife and reading.
Yeah, nice.
Yep.
Nice one.
Okay, so Bernard walks out to the forge where you're at and just watches. And then right behind him comes R. So you've got a pretty good hand there. You're really good at what you're doing. Wow. That's you talking to you, Nate.
Oh, he's talking. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm making some nice things for you because you're letting us sleep here and you're making food. So I've a bit adapted your anvil and made you some shoe horses and made a gift for your daughter because
That's
she's getting married.
that's fun. She's getting married. What do you mean she's getting married?
Didn't you say she? Didn't you just? Didn't she say that she had a boyfriend?
She did say she was betrothed, but the dad is still surprised. What do you mean she's getting married? Who's getting married? What? She better not be. Where is she? That's it.
Uh-oh.
I'll bet that girl's off at the store again. I'll be back. And he storms away.
Okay, and then I'm going. If I'm finished, I'm going inside when Bernard is gone. So if everyone is going to watch the thing now, I'm going to eat.
I brought you food. I brought you a bowl of
Oh
soup
yeah,
out.
thanks. When I'm in work, I lose completely sense of time. Thanks.
Okay. So who's
I'll be going
inside?
back.
So you're going inside. Are you following him back inside?
Yeah, R's concerned about the Janice situation, but is gonna go in and is gonna go in with everyone else.
Okay.
That means no one's watching Garrett.
Oh wait, no, someone was gonna take over now. Was it
Jay.
You. What was you?
Oh, R was the middle of the night one.
Oh no, it was me. Okay, so once I see you all come in, and I'm like, oh, guess it's my turn, and I leave.
Okay. While you're out there, Jay, roll a luck and perception, and don't tell me for right now. We're going to deal with the inside people, and then I'll tell you what happens. Okay, inside people, go.
About how long has it been?
Okay.
Since I started my research, I guess.
I'm going to say it's been about 2.5 hours.
Okay, then I have not finished my
Okay.
chaos research.
No, you haven't.
'Cause I think the chart said 3 hours.
Yep.
R takes a bowl of stew and finally sits down to eat.
Okay. So R, Nathan, Ijo,
Yes.
besides eating and reading and researching, are you doing anything?
No.
No, I'm just eating and have I seen anything particular weird going on? I'm going to ask what you're reading.
Books on magic.
What kind of magic?
Different schools. I mainly work with Earth and Order.
Oh, nice. Love Earth helps me with my craft.
Okay.
I just like laughing because he's like, no, it's all chaos, but okay.
Does your character know that it's chaos?
No, but he's just like, looking out what was his face, and he's like laughing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not either of those right now, but let's not talk about that.
We're going to let that one pass. I'm not going to create that drama. I was about to make you roll deception, but I'm like, yeah, no, let's just move. Okay. R, is there anything you're doing inside while they're having this conversation?
Yeah, Ijo?
I heard my name.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're being called.
Ijo, when you have a minute, I have something I want to talk to you about. Is now a good time?
Can you give me like 30 minutes or so?
Absolutely.
And let's pause, and we're going to go out to Jay. Jay, what was your luck roll?
Luck was 7,
And what was your perception roll?
14.
Okay. So here is what you see. You're kind of
God.
looking around the village. You look off to the field of flowers to the west, and you see this really jumpy person running around the field of flowers, and you can't really make out what type of person it is. They're shorter than a normal human is all you know, and this person will kind of poke its head up, run through the field, and then duck down in the flowers again. Then poke its head up, run through the field, duck down in the flowers again. It keeps doing this over and over again.
Oh, I so want to go see. Can I call? Let's go with Nathan. Nathan,
Yeah.
can you come? Can you come out here for a second?
Yes. What is it?
Do you see that? I point at the field of flowers.
Roll perception.
Oh. 12.
Yeah. You see this little person poke their head up, run around, duck down. Poke their head up, run around, duck down. Doesn't seem to be any pattern to the running either.
Doesn't that seem strange to you?
Strange. Hey, you! Here! Come in! What you're doing?
Okay.
And Jay kind of goes, well, we could do it that way.
So this little creature, as she approaches really quickly, you can tell is a female dwarf. Runs up to you with a huge bag full of leaves and twigs and lots of blue flowers sticking out. Runs up to you and goes, yeah, you're not who I'm looking for.
Who are you looking for?
I'm here to make sure that sorry, let me try that again. I'm here to make sure they find what they're looking for, and it's not you. And starts to walk away.
Who's they? Maybe we can help. I'm going on a mini adventure with the dwarf. Let's do this. I think she's high.
Well, they are somebody who's had a lot to do with the Treaty Council in their life a long time ago. I don't know much about them, but they're made of rock.
I know somebody made of rock.
Do you?
Yeah, but I think I want to know why you were running around randomly in a field of flowers and currently all of them are in your bag before I tell you anything.
Because I'm an herbalist.
An herbalist.
I
Can I
collect
have a flower?
herbs. No. Don't touch my flowers.
Aren't herbalists wanting to share their knowledge of plants so that there's not...
And heal?
Well,
Don't you just
Sure.
heal?
herbs can be used for more than healing. Why are you so close-minded?
Or
I know that
poisoning?
I know they can be used for more than just healing. I just wanted to see what that one could be used for.
Well, I'll let you eat it if you want, but you might not like the results.
I am willing. I'm okay with that. Do I get a flower?
All right, here, take a bite.
Thanks.
Throw rocks inside that house and then I take a bite.
Roll resist toxin.
I'm gonna die, guys. I don't have resist toxin.
Then it's a constitution roll.
You sure? 30.
A 30 on constitution?
Yep, I rolled 2 12s and a 4.
Woo! Okay.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, no kidding. Your mouth and tongue tingle. That's about all that happens.
Nice.
Oh,
Good roll. And the dwarf lady looks and goes, that's really curious.
tasted really good. You should tell you. You should give me another one.
Probably not. You say the rock's in the house, eh?
If it's the same rock that I know, then yes, the rock is in the house.
And the dwarf lady scampers up to the front of the house, opens the door, and goes, are you in here?
Oh, like R is in my name?
No. Doesn't know your name.
It's literally they.
Okay, I will assume that that's not for me. It's for the proprietor.
What? Are you in here?
There's literally you and I, Joe. So.
Wait, so is she saying R as in my name?
No, she's not.
Okay, I didn't think so. So R is not going to respond because R just thinks that she's looking for the proprietor.
Proprietor's not in the house, though.
Not my business.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. She's about to leave, stops, turns, walks over to Ijo, looks at the book he's looking at, and goes, you naughty little fox.
With saying that?
And
Oh, yeah.
I look at her and I go, and you're stealing flowers.
They're mine. I planted them.
We were warned not to pick them.
Well, of course. I tell everybody not to. I've convinced all of these villagers that if they pick the flowers, they'll be cursed forever. So they leave them alone.
Oh, okay. I
Our
just go
giggles.
back to my book.
You know, I have more books for you at my cabin if you want to come see. And
Close my book, and I am all of a sudden interested.
and as she turns, she then notices R and goes, "Oh, are you the one? Are you? Are you them?"
R looks over their shoulders behind them.
Well,
No? Who are you looking for?
you've never worked with the Treaty Council.
The Treaty Council? Well, I have.
Then you're them! Oh my goodness, I was told to protect you, I was told to help you. So come on, let's go to the
Okay.
cabin. Let's go.
Well,
I'm
I'm
packing
on a
up.
mission right now. What are you helping me with?
Well, with the mission, of course.
Really? Well,
Yes.
that's nice. Well, we're just spending the night here and we're gonna head out in the morning.
Well, that's a dumb idea.
Well, that's rude.
Well, not my fault it's a dumb idea. I tell it like it is, dear. My name's Porta Hearthfire.
Harta?
Porta Hearthfire. But
Well-
if these are your friends, I'm here to help them too. You see,
Thank you.
the Treaty Council thinks very highly of you, and I asked me to help you.
Well, that's thoughtful of them. That's interesting.
Well,
I didn't know they cared that much about this.
well, they care about you. I don't know if they know what this is. What is this, by the way?
Well, we're helping out somebody who thinks they're helping someone who's mana-torn.
Wait, you're helping somebody who thinks they're helping somebody.
Yep. That's right.
And
Another
the
dumb
somebody
plan, huh?
might be Manatorn. So there's lots of delusions layers there going on. Yes, I got it. She reaches
probably
into
not.
her bag, grabs a blue flower, smashes it up, and puts it in her mouth. Well. And it's just the four of you doing this helping of somebody who thinks they're helping.
Well, there's a fifth one of us as soon as we can, find them.
You lost somebody already.
Well,
Well, holy flower petals, how'd you lose somebody this quickly? You barely got here.
Very just squirrely.
I assume that they have business to attend to. And they'll be back.
Well, perhaps you should come to the cabin with me. Come
Well,
on.
tell me more about what's in this cabin.
It's my hole. You should sleep there, not here.
Why?
Because it's safer.
What's so unsafe about here?
You know that people have been missing from this town quite a bit, eh?
Oh yes, I guess we've heard a little bit about that. In fact, that has something to do with what I wanted to talk to Ijo about.
I'm like packing up and getting ready to leave.
So, yeah, it's not that you would go missing. I doubt that would probably happen. But if Lord Morley came through here and saw you here, you might be in a bit of trouble, eh?
Well, that's right, sure.
Yeah.
But he won't come to my cabin. He knows better than that.
Does he now?
Why
Oh,
not?
yes. Because I walloped him a good one last time he came.
Sounds like he needed it.
Yeah.
Well, I'd feel a bit. We need to get Janice, the carriage driver, here to help us in the morning. I don't want to just disappear on them. She's going to be driving us where we're going.
Why do you need a carriage? You got feet.
Well, see, the person we're trying to help is in the carriage.
The
They
person
need
you're
help.
trying to help is actually in the carriage right now.
Yeah, they can't walk. Well, it's a long story.
If they can't walk, they're probably better off being put out of their misery. That's no life to live.
I'm not sure I feel that way.
I mean, if you've got no legs left, seriously.
Not sure I agree with you. Anyway, once they come back, we'll talk about relocating to your cabin.
Fair enough. Well, I'm headed out there now if any of you want to join me.
I'm heading with her.
Okay.
Yeah, same. But someone has to go and watch the crate.
I guess. Well, Jay's on. Wait, where is Jay?
Jay's currently on great duty.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm currently sitting at the crate. I didn't ever come inside. I just decided to eat a pretty flower and told her where to find you.
All right. Ara comes out. Jay, we're going over to this cabin because we've met this woman Porta who wants to help us. We need to go see something there. We would love. Probably stay where the carriage goes. It's complicated. So
You saying all of this out loud?
yeah.
I mean, I would really like to be riding in a carriage, but have you asked Portia if she has a carriage?
No. Porta.
Yes.
Do you have a carriage that we could use to go to Lucia in?
No.
Okay, well then we probably need to continue to employ these carriage drivers.
Which carriage drivers are you talking about?
Janice,
Oh, his daughter.
yeah.
Well, that's not a problem.
Well, we can't leave Garrett here alone tonight.
Well, then don't. You look really confused, dearie.
I don't think we can do both.
I could stay here all night if you guys all want to go scamper off to that cabin.
I guess if it's not far, we could still do our shifts, but backup would be far if something happened.
It's just across the field of flowers. You can see it from where you are.
Well, ours a little nervous about that. But we can do that.
You will be plenty closer. Come change me out, and I tell her some abstract time at night.
Okay.
Abstract time.
when the moon reaches half zenith or something like that.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Yes, and just if you run into Janice, say we're sorry, and about talking about the engagement, and and also that we'll be back in the morning.
Porta stops you right there and goes, Janice's engagement. You told her father?
Yeah.
Well, she's not going to much like that. She's at the cabin, by the way.
Oh, she is.
Of course she is. Who do you think
What?
arranged this marriage? It was me.
Oh, is her betrothed there?
No. He hasn't come around yet. But he'll show up soon.
I see.
Okay, and who is this?
What?
Sounds
This
like
is
you're
very
probably.
So, your Royal Highness or whatever you call yourself, pointing to the cat. You.
I definitely don't call myself my Royal Highness. Isn't that a little stuck up?
What? You've got a royalty with humility here. I guess you don't have to bow before all the queens in the world, do ya? That being said, look, I'm giving you a handful of these because apparently they don't affect you very much, and that's really curious to me. So when it starts affecting you, let me know.
Ooh.
And hands you a bunch of flowers.
And what does these flowers do exactly?
Well, I'm still studying that. That's why I planted them all.
What do they do to you?
Oh, they make me feel really happy.
Happiness is always good.
And she smiles very big. And then starts walking towards the cabin.
Okay. I settle in to the back of the carriage and probably have some blankets on my lap.
Okay. Perfect. And you hear Garrett snore and then grumble and then shift around, and then it kind of goes through the same process over and over again. You can tell his sleep is very restless. And the three of you are following Porta back to her cabin?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Watching over their shoulders.
Okay. Everyone roll perception as you get close to the cabin.
7.
9.
8.
Okay. Beautiful. It is a large stone cabin. It is bigger than any of the other small houses in town. It's about as big as the general store. It looks like it is made out of rocks that are so precariously balanced on one another. There is no mortar at all. But they fit very tightly. The door has no handle on it. When she gets close, she snaps her fingers and it opens. And she walks in and snaps her fingers again and a fire starts. Snaps her fingers again and you hear a kettle start whistling over on a stove.
Impressive.
But it's not that impressive. You take this finger and you go like that.
Or does.
You snap your fingers. See? I know you could do it.
But then there was no fire.
Oh, well, that's the magic. That's not the snapping. But the snapping's not that impressive.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, you want some books, do you?
Yes, please.
All right. Let's talk about what you really want to be researching, though.
I'm trying to research the soul.
The soul, you say? You know, it depends who you're talking to, what a soul really is. So what is a soul to you?
One's personal essence and connection to mana.
Oh. Well, in that case, I've got just the tome for you. But you've got to help me with one thing first.
Yes.
You see, I'm a wee bit short. At the very, very tippy top of that shelf right there, get me that blue jar.
I mean, I assume I just walk over and grab it.
You try to, and as soon as you try to grab the blue jar, it moves over where your hand wasn't.
Okay. Can I cast Caged on the object?
You certainly can. Roll it. Which school are you using if you have caged and multiple? I haven't looked yet.
No, Caged is only in Earth.
Okay, got it. Yes, you can earth cage this blue jar.
It would help if I don't drop my dice randomly.
Dun dun dun.
That's a lot better than my 2 roll on perception. Okay, so 8 plus 3 plus 9? So 20?
Yep. You cast caged, and all of a sudden, there is earth surrounding the blue jar.
Okay. I grab the blue jar and then dismiss Cage.
You got it. Ooh, you did it! Good job! I love it! You're obviously worthy. Here. She reaches from, it looks like the middle of nowhere, and pulls out this huge heavy book and slams it in front of you.
I hand her the jar, yes.
She
And
opens the jar, grabs a piece of candy, and pops it in her mouth.
Thank you. And then I find a corner to start looking at this book.
Okay. And then she turns to Nathaniel next. And you!
Yeah? Yeah, me? Just curious?
Curious.
Yeah.
What are you curious about?
Everything?
Like? You can't be curious about everything. Nobody knows everything. If you're curious about everything, you're full of information that nobody wants. What is it you're most curious about in the world?
Nathaniel is just stuck down thinking. Because he has quite a list.
Okay. All right, we'll come back to you as soon as you decide what your answer is to that question. And R.
So I'm curious about history.
Oh, history.
Politics.
Politics.
Countries.
Countries.
Armor smiths. Fauna. Cultures.
Wait.
Agriculture. Shall I go on?
Well, if you're really that curious, I've got a gift for you. But you have to do me a favor too.
Okay.
You see that over there? And all of a sudden, out of the middle of nowhere, this large iron poker appears next to her fire.
Okay.
It needs to be sharpened. Sharpen it for me.
Okay, no problem.
Good. If you sharpen that for me, then I will help you with all of your curiosities.
Thank you.
Now to the hero. What's your name, by the way?
Mimi. R.
No. Okay. What are your name, by the way?
That's silly. No, my name is R.
Your name is R.
That's correct.
You are named R.
I'm yes. I'm R.
Interesting. So, apparently you've done a lot of good for the Treaty Council, but you get a lot of bad luck following you, is what I hear.
Yeah, that's all true.
Well, good. Tell me what it is. What one thing could the Treaty Council do to help you? To make your life happier?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's see. Well, if they could do anything to make it so that Stoneborns weren't outcast or or prejudiced against by people, that would be a big help for me, because that's something that plagues me every day.
I'm sure that's something they're working on, but on an individual basis, what do you need most?
Well, I guess I'm just trying to help this individual right now. That's part of what I'm trying to do. So I guess what would be most helpful would be to learn more about what would cure Manitorn. Though I think that I'm going to be getting information about that. Well, maybe getting information about that from Master Togun Maga.
Oh, you've met him.
Yes, would you be able to tell me anything about him or Lord Morley or that circle with the cave by it?
Well, I made the circle.
And what would cure Manitorn?
Well, I don't know about that, but I made the circle. The circle is mine.
Okay.
I tell the villagers it's haunted, it keeps them out.
Oh, okay. What about that cave?
Oh, that was mine too.
What was it?
It's where I kept all of my precious little baubles.
What do they do?
I don't remember. It's been too long.
Try harder.
Well, if you want to know what they do, you really ought to talk to the Hidden Strand. I told them they could have them all, because it just became a big storage cave for me for all of my magical stuff I didn't use anymore. And they liked those type of things.
Sounds like they weren't able to find any. That a Lord Morley had taken everything in there.
Wait, Lord Morley has my baubles?
Well, it looked that way for sure, because they weren't able to find any once they got there, and Lord Morley was there.
Well, that's not very happy, is it? Lord Morley shouldn't be getting my baubles. They're not for him, they're for the Hidden Strand.
Well, it sounds like that's what happened, most likely.
Well, we'll have to do something about that then, won't we? I'm guessing one of you's gonna be ready to pluck his wings when we find him. So, if the Hidden Strand doesn't have my baubles, and Lord Morley has my baubles, And you wanted to know about Maga. Let me tell you about Maga. He's a delight. I love him. He's so cute. He thinks he knows things, but he only knows things in his own way. You just got to read between the lines to figure out the wisdom there.
Where's Maga?
Yes, Master Maga.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wasn't he the one who did the box?
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
he's the troll with the box.
I would.
Is our quest giver.
He's
Oh,
the one who eats mud.
wasn't he Togen? Wasn't he?
Togen
Togen
Maga. Yep,
Master Togen Maga.
yep.
Sorry.
No problem. So, Tolkien and I go way, way back. He studied Earth just like I did. He studied the land. He studied all the things that I did. But he studied it in a very weird way. For example, I would play with the soil to grow plants. He plays with the soil to turn it to food without having to grow plants. I don't know why he does those things. It makes it very, very dirty. But
That's interesting.
he's a
We saw him
very
eating.
noble man.
Sure.
You saw him
And-
eating.
We saw him eating mud.
Yeah, so I'm doing that.
It seemed like it was it seemed like when he ate regular food that it made him drunk.
Well, it's probably because it does.
Is that because he's gotten used to eating his soil food?
I'm assuming so. I don't have his diet. Like I said, you want to know the wisdom of the Maga. You've got to really read between the lines. He's never going to tell you direct nothing.
Well, I tried some of the soil and it felt kind of like it made me woozy.
Really?
Yeah.
Does your whole group just go around putting random things in your mouth?
You'd have to ask them.
Well, you're eating soil. The Royal Highness over there is putting flowers in her mouth.
It's a good way to find out the properties of substances.
Oh,
So
it's a good
why
way
would
to
it-
get killed if you put a poison in there.
That's I'll take care of that. Thank you. So what would make it make me feel woozy? If it's his food.
It's probably because it's magically enchanted and it's not for you.
Maybe. Okay, so what do you know about Lord Morley?
Oh, he's a bastard. He ought to be smacked upside the head a few times.
Sounds like you're not alone in thinking that.
Probably not. Anyway, so now you're gonna help get me bubbles back from Lord Morley, right?
No. I think
No?
you're here to help us.
Well, I'm certainly gonna fulfill my contract to the Treaty Council, but it'd be really nice to have me baubles back from him and given to the Hidden Strand like I promised.
Well,
yeah,
before you
we
what?
will. We could.
Well,
We're
thank
taking
you.
a look into the whole situation, and we'll let you know if things transpire that we get the baubles back.
Yes, sorry. We did the box.
What about the box?
Are you familiar with whom did the box? We
Nope.
made it?
Oh,
Okay.
I don't deal with metal working.
Do you have any idea why somebody would appear Manitorn after going into that cave?
Well, the most likely reason someone appears Manitorn is they're Manitorn. But if they're not Manitorn and they appear Manitorn, it could have just been a curse of some sort put upon him to make him look that way.
Do you think Lord Morley could do something like that?
Of course not. He's an idiot. He doesn't have two magic brain cells to rub together. Now, the people that follow him could do something like that.
Oh, that's interesting. Do you think that Master Togun could cure a Manitorn?
I think that Master Torgun can do lots of things that he doesn't even know he can do and does them on accident. So yes, completely accidentally, he would be the only one in the world I know that could cure Manitorn, but not realize he did it.
Okay. That's
Do you
weird.
think you could tell this this curse you're talking about, do you think you could tell if it had been cast on somebody?
As good as any of the other magical people. Your fox over there probably would know better than I would. He's famous, you know.
Well, yeah, we talked about it actually already. He's already taken a look into the situation.
Well, if he can't tell, then there's no way I'd be telling.
It's interesting. Well, maybe we'll learn more as we see more of the patient's mannerisms.
Perhaps. Okay, pause. Let's go to Jay. So Jay.
Hello.
You have. At this moment, Bernard comes back to the house, looks very frustrated.
What's up, Bernard?
My daughter, I can't even find her. She better not be hanging out with that damn witch again.
Did you go look at the witch's place?
I'm not going over there.
Well, that's where everyone else went.
Well, look, maybe you can help me. I'll watch the box for a few minutes. You go and see if she's there. And tell her I desperately need to speak to her.
The others aren't comfortable with strangers watching the box.
Damn it.
I promise. Here, okay. So, did I get full flower, or did I just get petals, or like, did I get petals and leaves, or did I get petals, leaves, stems? What combination of flower parts do I have?
You have 6 complete flowers.
Okay, so I have leaves too.
Yep.
Did when I ate one, I only ate petals, and the petals was the only thing that, or did the whole thing give me that sense? Like if I.
She handed you a flower. How much of it did you eat?
I ate the whole thing.
Then the whole thing.
Okay, so here, I'll give you something so you can safely travel across that field, and then you can go see the witch.
Roll it to convince him.
Here's my 0 charisma.
Hey, you're battling years of superstition here.
I know. Nope, it's not gonna work.
Are you sure?
add 3.
I got it. Oh, wait, okay, I got a 6. With my +3 that the audience gave me.
So the total is 6. That actually works because he got a total of 5. That +3 came in handy.
I rolled a 2.
So did he, and he's got a willpower of 3.
Okay.
So you're +3 from the audience. You win.
So I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna take like a leaf off of one of my plants, just a leaf, not the flower part. So it just looks like a random leaf. And I'm gonna say, here, hold this and keep it with you the entire time, and you can safely cross that field and go see your daughter.
Nice. He grabs the leaf. He looks at you and goes, yes, Your Highness, I'll do it.
Okay, good.
And starts walking across the field, but very hesitantly, like he lifts a foot and touches the field and he goes, okay, and then does it again, and then slowly gets more and more confidence as he walks towards the cabin.
Okay.
Is there anything else you're doing as you watch him walk towards the cabin?
Other
Laughing.
than creating family heirlooms for this family.
Of a leaf.
Maybe as their magic gets connected to the leaf, it'll like gold filigree itself or something like that. Who knows?
It could.
You just created a legacy item for this guy.
Okay.
A Dumbo feather legacy item.
So, as you guys are having your discussion in the cabin, all of a sudden there's a very timid knock at the door. Hello?
I'm going to open the door.
What?
Hey.
Why are you all in here? You're at the witch's cabin. Why are you in the? I'm sorry, ma'am. I just need to find my daughter. And he like hides his eyes from the dwarf lady, who just laughs.
Why are you just afraid of a dwarf? They're small.
He leans over and whispers and goes, "She's a witch."
Oh, but we can't take care of her. So come in, and we will protect you. I will protect you.
He steps in very hesitantly. The door closes behind him. He just nods very sheepishly. Well, then go out in my field and cleanse it of all the rodents, and I'll release your daughter to you.
You trapped his daughter?
What? You trapped her? You kidnapped?
And she turns to both of you and winks.
She just wants free labor.
May I help him?
I don't care if you help him, that's fine. Sure.
Firstly, I'm going to the... What did you say it was? This poke? This, for the fire?
Oh. Yeah, the iron fire poker. So you're going to sharpen that first. Roll metalworking.
Yes.
So metalworking plus your strength.
This is my first time, I think, this evening. Third or first time I rolled a 12.
Nice.
Yay.
Yeah, this is like your fourth time. That's awesome. Roll again. She is quickly becoming the world's greatest metalworker.
12 and a 6.
Okay, so 18 plus your strength plus metalworking.
Plus, yes, 18 plus 12.
Holy cow.
That's 40? 30?
That's 30. This is the sharpest, most well-hardened fire poker ever seen. When you hand it back to her, she goes, my. And you're sure you're still curious about metalworking and not the master of metalworking?
I'm curious about metalworking in general.
Well,
And having the deepest secret of metalworking and every armor and swordsmanship working, metalworking.
I see. Well, I'll have you a gift for you after you help him with the rodents, and since you're so kind in helping this peasant with my rats.
What has he done to you?
Oh, he knows what he's done. And he looks really scared and starts to scramble to open the door.
Okay, I'm following him.
Okay, he goes out in the field. Is anyone else going out there with him?
I have a new book.
You bookworm.
No kidding.
Yeah. R goes out with
You're
him.
nuts.
Okay, so really quick, let's get to Ijo and his book so he knows what he's looking at, and then we'll get to the three of you with the rats in the field. Okay, Ijo. Roll me a research roll.
Yay! I like research rolls.
I bet you do.
You get the one.
I like blacksmith rolls.
So it's gonna be plus 16. So
I have a-
21.
Nice.
Okay. 21. So this isn't a language you can't read yet. As you stare at it long enough and start flipping through pages, it feels like a book you want to read. Some of the characters on it start to shift and change and become at least decipherable for a couple characters. So the more you research with this and you have a specific thing you want to research, the more this book will reveal to you what you want to find.
Okay.
Okay, what were you saying, Grace?
Oh, I was looking to see. Okay, so I just passed a charisma persuasion. Does that mean I get a check mark on my success on persuasion skill? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna learn persuasion. Me with 1 charisma is gonna learn persuasion. We got this. Okay, good.
Nice. Okay, so the 3 of you are in the field. All of you roll perception.
I'm not in that field.
The 3 of you, including Bernard. Actually, roll perception too, Jay. The field's right next to where you guys are.
Okay.
9.
Okay.
8.
9.
Okay. Bernard gets out in the field, and all of a sudden you see him run and jump and try to grab nothing.
Oh.
That's what it looks like to the 3 of you. And then he does it again. He runs and jumps like, you damn rats, get over here. I need my daughter back. Ugh. But to you guys, he's just jumping onto dirt every time.
Can we see the spot and see there's nothing there, or is it just too deep for us to see that there are rats in the field?
Nope, you can see there's nothing there.
Oh, really?
At least from your perspective.
Are you sure, Bernard?
Yeah, he's sneaky booger.
I don't see any rats. Maybe we should keep looking.
They're really fast. You've got to look really, really hard.
Oh. Okay.
I can hear them.
Roll perception. I'll give you a +3 to try to hear them. Actually, roll discern if you have
Yeah.
it.
I have discern.
Yep, with a +3.
So 7 is my roll. Discern is +5 and perception is 4. So 7 + 9 + 3.
Yep,
So 19.
you got it. Yes, you can hear rats, and as soon as you tune into the skittering sound, you see that a rat pops up for maybe a second and then dashes away and burrows again.
Okay, I'm going to blow the earth with my bellow.
Okay, so you're going to blow the earth, I'm guessing, right where he jumped at one point?
Yes.
Roll it. That would be, let's make sure we're using the right skill, improvised weapon.
Okay.
So strength plus improvised weapon plus the roll.
Plus 14. 21.
Nice. Okay, were you regular air, hot, or cold?
Would be doing hot.
Okay, you blow right where he jumped, and right where he jumped, all of a sudden, you hear this squealing, and this rat gets pushed up through this gust of dirt, and looks like he's got some scorch marks on his side.
I'm going to pick it up.
Okay, you have caught a rat. R, what are you doing?
I don't know. R's still trying to figure out, because R still doesn't see the rats.
You do
Yeah.
now that she used her bellows, burnt one, and it popped out of the ground, you see it.
Okay. This isn't R's, doing quick things isn't R's strong suit. I think R goes back to talk to Porta
Okay.
again.
Okay. So you hand the rat to Bernard. Bernard runs up to the door, and R, you're going up at the same time. Knocks on the door, says, "I've got your rat. Give me my daughter back." And Porta snaps her fingers. The door opens. She reaches out, grabs the rat. The door slams again.
I
And
think there are more.
what's that?
I think there are more rats. I'm turning towards Bernard.
I hope not. There's usually only one every time she makes me do this.
So your girl, she has gone to this dwarf a lot.
I tell her not to. It's horrible. You don't go to
But
witches.
why would she go there?
She says that she's her friend, but she can't be a friend. She's a witch. She curses the town. She's cursed the stone ring. She's cursed us all. We're poor because of her.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. What else could it be?
Other things
Like what?
like bandits.
Bandits. Wait, there's now bandits?
That's more plausible.
I don't think so. I mean, she makes sure that we don't grow enough crops. She makes sure we don't have enough work. She makes sure enough people don't come here.
Are you sure? I thought you thought Lord Morley was to blame.
Well, he is
Yeah.
too.
Maybe only one of them is
Or both.
possible. Have you ever been married, Bernard?
Of course.
Yeah.
My wife died a few years ago.
Oh, sorry for your loss.
It's okay. It happens. I mean,
My grandparents also just died.
my regrets.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for both of you.
That's okay. They're better in the ground than above.
Well, I best be getting back because I'm sure that Janice is back now.
Well, I just thought maybe you'd remember what it was like to want to marry someone and it not really mattering what anyone else thought.
Yeah, maybe she's using the witch for going to see her boyfriend. That's why she disappears.
There's nobody around here that would be good enough to marry my Janice. I'll tell you that much. So if nobody around here is good enough, that means she's probably stuck in a betrothal that I would not approve of. And it doesn't matter what you think of the other person. It matters what your parents think. That's the proper way.
Well, when you were married, what made you want to get married?
I didn't want to get married. I had to get married.
Wouldn't you have rather married someone that you loved?
Well, we loved just enough.
Yes, but didn't you have a crush on someone so hard that you wanted to marry?
Roll it. You must persuade him to talk about such things.
Can I assist? Is that a thing?
Sure, you're both
And what's-
talking.
What's for that's what is
Charisma.
willpower?
Oh, it's charisma.
Dude, none of us have high charisma. Are we screwed?
I know.
Our high
I
charisma person
never-
isn't here.
I read
I've
that.
got- I've got a plus. I've got a +1 only.
That's me
I
too.
rolled 13.
Okay. What was your roll, Nathaniel?
9.
No, we don't talk of such things. This is inappropriate. You guys are being very, very rude. I'm gonna go back to my daughter now. You can keep talking to the witch. And he walks off.
Okay.
Okay.
I hope we didn't screw that up.
Nah.
Okay.
I can always make him some things to forgive us.
Absolutely. So he goes back home where he swears Janice probably is at this point. You guys are standing right outside the witch's hut. Ijo is in the witch's hut. I'm calling her the witch just because that's what comes to mind. Is in Porta's hut studying his new book. And Jay is watching the carriage. This is where we're going to stop this session.
Okay.
So before we wrap up, I want to hear any thoughts you guys have about what's going on, what next steps might be, and what your intentions are. So that next session, we're going to have a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline.
Ooh. That's exciting.
So any thoughts from you guys on what you would like to see more? And any thoughts from the audience about what's standing out to you?
I mean, Walrus wants to go after Lord Morley.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Cause I think Ijo could figure out how to help Garrett if anything is actually wrong with him better than people in wherever we're going that I keep forgetting.
Lucia.
Lucia. With time, at least.
Absolutely.
Well, R actually is interested in something similar. That's what they wanted to talk to Ijo about because Ijo's who's supposed to know about the what was the group's name?
Hidden Strand.
The Hidden Strand. And is gonna try and figure out what Ijo makes of all of this and what the Hidden Strand wanted. Though their first priority is gonna be getting Garrett to Lucia, since that's what they felt was their instructions.
Sorry, did you just notice the chat? Pineapple Dragon knows how I tell stories and is suspicious of any NPC. That's really helpful to them. Thanks.
Yes, it is. It's making my character suspicious of anyone.
Okay, no metagaming here.
No.
All right. Grace, what about you?
Me, I will go along with anything the party would like to do, and would like to figure out how the potion works that I got from Crazy Magoo. Because there's many ways that this can all be sorted, and I would like to figure out what that potion does. And that's totally not something I've been doing so far. Totally don't know what I've been doing, kind of just wandering around aimlessly. And maybe, I don't know, visit my sister.
There we go. Okay. Awesome. Well, I am giving you guys a 200 experience points for this session.
Woo!
Nice.
And do not level up yet because we have tweaked the level up chart a little bit because we needed to for balance sake. I will be giving you guys updates during the week on the Discord channel, so we should have the new updates on the manual released this week before our session Sunday.
Okay.
So that's enough. We will be leveling up.
I don't think so yet. I think you're
Okay.
still going to be level 2.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. Any other questions
you.
for me before we go? You're welcome.
Did I finish my research?
Yes, you finished your research. You're good.
Okay.
Yes, I was not going to let you have it in between sessions.
I have a new spell then.
Yes, you do.
Yay! And R wants to talk to you.
Okay.
Fantastic. And that's
Yeah,
what.
and I would love to talk to Jay.
Oh,
Okay.
really? I was planning on stealing Ijo's book.
Which one?
This is the thing. My character can't read, so
Well,
it's
so-
really
so-
a mystery to all of us which one.
Because my character literally started with like 5 books, so
That's okay.
now I have like 2 more or something. Yeah.
It's a mystery on which one I'll steal. So no one will know. You'll just wake up and not have one of them. It'll be a problem.
Take the magic book on Earth. I don't care about that one that much.
Oh, man.
I don't know which one I'm stealing.
Yes, she's illiterate. Doesn't matter. It's all random luck rolls now.
Okay.
All right, guys. Any other questions? Any
I don't
other
think so.
comments?
No? I
Are-
don't think so.
No. Thank you.
Are you having fun with the story?
Yes.
Yes.
Loving it.
Really.
Okay, good. That's what I like to hear. In that case, for everyone who's watching us, I don't know what Kais was. That was a weird word. In that case, for everyone who's watching us, please check out RuptureRPG.com. We really appreciate you being part of this playtest with us. Once again, this is the first time any of these people have encountered the Rupture system. So there is a little bit of a player learning curve here, but I think they're doing fabulously. It's been a great time so far. I can tell you right now, this is going to go beyond the 3 sessions I thought it would, which is okay. You're exploring a whole new world, and that's fantastic for me. So, anybody else that would like to learn about Rupture, go put your name in the forum on RuptureRPG.com. We would love to get you in to be part of our community, and share with you all the updates as we get ready to launch on Kickstarter in September. You guys have a beautiful day, and let's see who we're going to go raid today. I do not have anybody that's playing right now.
It's a weird time of day for that.
It really is. 5 p.m. on a Sunday, huh?
Let's just play like 2.5
midnight
more
here, but
hours.
yes.
If we
Yeah.
play just like 2.5 more hours, then RPG Blender will be online.
That's true. Everybody, go to RPG Blender tonight. It's his group's next session, so second full play session of Rupture as well. And they have some fantastic things going on, including they've created a creature in-game, the infamous Life Bison. So I'm going to go and give some love to the Welcome Inn playing Dungeons & Dragons. Thank you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.
See you all.
Bye.
Bye.